Don't get me wrong, it's not a war against promoters, man. It's more getting the promoters to do what they're supposed to do. I think bands have already a lot on their plates at the moment. They make music, they're catering to the current crop of fans, they're working on mixing, mastering, you know, stuff like that. And if they start working on actually promoting promoting gigs, then what's the point of a promoter? You just kind of team up with other bands and put on great nights yourself.
SBS Live this week is back once again. We have got part 2 with Jay Serrao from the band Shmolts through video from the UK. I'm your host, Jared SBS, and I promise you we are going to take you further into the mind of Jay through this episode, as well as meet some of the other band members that make up this online collaboration known as Shmolts. We'll also have videos from our recent SBS Separated celebration specials from our show turning 1 year old. We will show you videos from The Pit as well as Man-Made Lake. And just as everybody here gets to learn about Jay and the Shmolts music, over there in the UK everybody watching can learn something about what we do here in Canada with The Pit and Man-Made Lake. And as always, bringing you a genre switch of some sort, we're going to head down to Nashville this time. For a style of music we've yet to see on our show. Does Nashville give it away? You'll have to watch to find out. SBS Live this week, part 2 with Shmolts. I watched your video for Evil Eye. I was down with it. I actually think that there was a tremendous amount of work that went into the production and editing on that video, and it turned out pretty kick-ass, man. I bet you're extremely proud of what came out on screen, because it represents your music, makes the Shmolts look badass, and absolutely, just really kind of goes with that song. So, I mean, props to you for putting together a full cohesive video to go with your music. Created art, man. It's very cool. Now, of course, bands are at different stages of evolution all the time. Many bands haven't gone through that experience of making that first video, and I think that it's always our job, anybody that's gone through something that somebody hasn't, it's our job to help and guide them if they're looking for it, and perhaps they are today. So what I want to know from you, Jay, is I want to know about the whole experience, really, because some bands are terrified about the cost of making a video, or being on camera in that different way, or just not knowing the process in general. So give us an idea of what you went through to make that video Evil Eye.
Thanks, man. I think Evil Eye turned out to be pretty alright, actually. It's essentially a well-edited home video. I had a skeleton of what I wanted to record I knew it was going to be a collage of shorts, which in my opinion is more exciting than still pictures. Mo had some input regarding some of the camera angles, so we did it ourselves and we're kind of proud of it. I knew that, you know, the footage, the home video footage wasn't going to be enough, so I incorporated a few stock footage into the video. But very importantly, I had it edited by a professional. The editing process of the video was traumatic, because sometimes it's very difficult for you to convey what you're thinking and what your vision to the editor, because the editor's not taken the shots himself, you see, so it was difficult for him. But James Serrao from 45C, I think he did a fantastic job. He took his time with it, but you know, the end result was all right, actually. And with any music video, I feel you need to have perspective. You need to be honest with it and have a plan on how you want it to look, at least a vague idea, and then, you know, you should just just go with the flow. A mistake that I did with the video, possibly because of my excitedness, was I looked straight into the camera, and I hate doing that. And my advice to bands is never look straight into the camera. It's a worst thing that you can do as you know, as being a part of a fucking band. But yeah, just take that as a tip from me. It's embarrassing. To bands who are looking to make a music video or are terrified of the cost, don't be afraid. I feel, you know, if you want to do it, just do it. Have a plan in place. Be honest about what you want to shoot. Don't be dishonest, and don't attempt too hard to make the video something that it's not. You know, just be honest with it. And depending on how you want it, incorporate some good quality live footage, maybe, to make it more interesting. And you know, once you have like a collection of footage, get it edited well, and post it on YouTube. And you know, with YouTube, it will, you know, how your video is doing will come through via your comments and messages. Mostly good, unless of course, you know, you've done a video like Miley Cyrus's VMA style twerk video, in which case, God save you.
I can remember still the first time that somebody made a video for our band, which was really, really cool to see what somebody else had come up with in terms of representing our music through their concepts and their visual art. It was a real hands-off feeling, but something that really led to a cool result, and something I remember we watched for the first time as a band, and we were like, man, you know, that's freaking awesome. And, you know, truthfully, it was pretty good. I've certainly seen, you know, lots of videos that I wish I've made, but, you know, you only get to do what you can kind of do, right? And I think that there's a tremendous art to editing itself, and, you know, how that difference between what you've filmed and what you've shot and what you think you've got on camera, and what you see come back at you on screen, edited and finished and all done in its spectacular glory, can totally look different and feel different in concept as well. But tell me about that magic moment for yourself, Jay. I want to know, man. You tell me what it was like to see the video for Evil Eye the first time when you got it back. Did it represent you the way that you wanted it to? Did it just floor you to know that you had kind of, you know, moved past that next level again in independent music? Made yourself a pro video now, racking up postings like crazy.
With Evil Eye, I must confess, man, because I was part of the creative process, so from shooting the video to choosing the stock footage and even editing, I was very excited when I saw the final product. But I knew what to expect. It's a different kind of achievement. It's a different kind of excited, it's a different kind of feeling because you're part of the creative process, and when you see the video you're very happy and you're like, oh yeah, it's come out all right actually. But with the Grand Wizard, for example, which is the video to a ballad that Mo and I wrote. It's an animation video. It's a very quirky, kind of crudish animation video. I wrote the story for the video and I emailed it to this animator named Alan Harding, and he took it away. He'd send me snapshots of the video and little excerpts here and there, but when I saw the final product of that video, it's a feeling of euphoria and excitement. I know exactly what you mean when you say, when you look at a video for the first time to see, because you're so excited, you wait for like almost a month. And for the Grand Wizard, because of budget issues obviously, and I had to work with Alan's time, and I waited 3 months for that video. And when I saw that, I was pretty happy, very proud of what he had done for the ballad that we wrote. And yeah, so if you're happy with Evil Eye, the home video that we made for Evil Eye, I suggest you go and see the animation video that we made for the Grand Wizard.
Now, I don't know about all you out there in internet land, but I'm buying what Jay's selling. I want to check this video out, and I think you should too. Actually, this is more for you. I've already seen it, and it's awesome. First of all, I love cartoons. Second of all, it's got Shmolts music. Check this out. This is The Grand Wizard by Shmolts on SBS Live this week.
Changes come so suddenly, killing time we've known to love and be. Never in the know. Your needs bond deceiving. Be aware, my friend, the spells left me broken, but it will end. Tell me, sir, whose side you're on. Shiny swords can never be as good as the ones that fought to free the shore. The ones who ask for more, selling them moronic creeds, guaranteed to mend and heal the soul. Fighting in a war, leave with words unspoken, never return again. Your spells left me broken. It will end. Tell me, sir, whose side you're on. Tell me, sir, whose side you're on today. I need to find my way. I become a wayward son, fallen free from pain and malice. When my day is done, you hear my fingers drum, the charms to break you loose from the spell that broke me, telling you whose side he's on, playing the fool, he's leading you astray, playing the fool,
I mean, in theory, there's all kinds of things I need to ask them. And that's a good point. Are there any of the other Shmolts lying around there right now? Jay, I mean, I love talking to you, man, but it'd be pretty awesome if we could hear from some of the other guys in the band and just kind of know what their role has been lately. And, you know, in terms of the collaborative effort, what are they bringing to the table, if anyone's there?
Alright then, here is Maurice Mao Contas, who plays lead electric guitars with Shmolts. I'm extremely proud to have met and worked with this chap to write The Grand Wizard and Evil Eye. I think he's an extremely talented guitarist, and here he is.
Hi, I'm Mo, or Mao for some people, and I live in southwest London. I co-wrote with Jay The Grand Wizard and Evil Eye, and helped with the arrangements for Point of View and Weatherman. I recorded acoustic guitars and mandolin in The Grand Wizard, and lead electric guitar in everything else. Working with Shmolts was great fun. Jay's got a clear, vivid idea of what he wants for the project, and he's great at writing meaningful lyrics and catchy vocal melodies.
And coming to the next person, the most excellent Jordan Brown, who plays bass for Shmolts. He is a joy to work with. He's based in Streatham, southeast London, about an hour and a half from here, from where I live. And he takes the bass licks that I've written on Logic, and he puts his own interpretation of what I've written down, and the results are always amazing. And here is Jordan Brown.
Hi, my name is Jordan Brown. I'm a musician and I live in Streatham in South London, and I play bass and mellotron on the record. Working with Jay is quite interesting, actually. The whole process quite unique. The way he does that, he sends us demos over the internet, and we listen to what's there and we try to augment the arrangement as much as possible. And it's a very fluid and in the flow process. We get to listen to his ideas, and it's really good working for him. It's really good because he knows what he wants, so he's very specific, being a good musician such as he is. He's very specific about what he wants, but at the same time he listens to what you have to say about an arrangement or an idea, and he's very happy to take that on board if he's happy with it. So it's a really nice and enjoyable process, and the songs are really good. I mean, it's a kind of like rocking tune that sounds really good on the radio, but you know, if you go and listen to it, there's a lot of things, lots of finesse happening in the background, and it's really, there's different levels of interest in what happens in the song, and I get to use all my favorite bass tones. So yeah, everybody's happy. I hope you will enjoy the record, and I will see you on tour. Thanks very much.
Jay, Shmolts, I don't quite know how to put this next part. You see, the thing is, well, it's just that I feel the beard ratio is severely off right now. So I'm bringing in some bearded backup. This is another video from SBS Separated. This is The Pit from here in Vancouver on SBS Live this week.
SBS.
And here is the fantastic Matt Dean on drums. From all the people that I'm introducing to you, Jeremy, Matt is the only person that I haven't met in person. I've spoken to him over the phone, and I've obviously programmed the drum beats for him to play, but I haven't really met him in person. But nevertheless, he's just a fantastic bloke to work with. He just gets it, you know. He's one of the few people that I work with who really is passionate about whatever he does, and here he is.
Hello, I'm Matt Dean. I'm here in my studio, which is out in the southwest of London. It's in Surrey. This is where all the magic happens. I play bagpipes for Shmolts. I'm joking, I play drums obviously. I'm here with 4 kits, so this is kind of my idea of heaven. I shut myself away in here and create some rhythms. So I was asked what's it like to work with Jay in Shmolts. He's a pain in the butt, that man. He's a perfectionist, total pain in the butt. Again, I'm joking, he's a beautiful man, and I think it's great. He is a total perfectionist. If I play one hi-hat out of place, he'll pick up on it and we'll have to do it again, and we keep going until we get it right. So, you know, the reason I say that's great is because some people, you work with an artist, a band, they don't really know what they want. Makes it difficult, you're guessing a bit. So with him, he's got a very clear vision, he knows exactly what the music should sound like. Often when I work on the tracks, it's the early stages, so I don't even know where they're going at this point. So you really have to trust in the artist or the band to give you good instructions, because in their head only they know what the end result's going to be like, and he knows exactly where it's going. And the proof is in the pudding, you know, the results are great. So hopefully you enjoy the music. This is where the rhythms are put down, and hopefully you think his perfectionism and my hard work getting whipped by him is worth it. So enjoy the music.
And last but not least, my man Graham, the Soundbeard Waller, who does the mixing for Shmolts, all of our tracks. He's very cooperative, very patient man. We fire each other, you know, mixes every now and again, and he works with me really well. I really appreciate his input. I really appreciate his points with regards to mixing. And apart from Matt, I hadn't met Graham as well. But I met him. I had the honour of meeting him just last week. I went to meet him for some mixing lessons. And anyway, here is Graham, the Soundbeard Waller.
Hello, my name's Graham Waller. I am a mix engineer, recording engineer freelance, and I am based in Gillingham in Kent, and I've been doing some online mixing for Shmolts. It's been a fantastic job. I've really enjoyed it. The stuff's always been really well recorded. Jay sends me some really good stems, so it makes it an absolute joy to work with. I get a basic mix together, and then me and Jay fire stuff back and forth, and get stuff honed in and really finessed. And it's usually a smooth process. I mean, it's sometimes frustrating, but you know, working online, it tends to be. You can only do so much from text messages, if you like. You know, it's hard to gauge feeling and artistic stuff when it's done like that. So we've got a good way of working now, where we kind of do it live, but online, if that makes sense. But yes, it's been a fantastic way of working. It's really worked well, and I'm really pleased with the results. Keep it up, man.
Okay, as promised, on the show today, here's where the beard gets weird. We're going to talk about some country music today. Oh yeah, that's right. This beard is going country. In fact, if you listen, you'll hear the gentle sounds of Jim Vierra and his country music. Now there's a good chance I'm butchering the name, so I'll call him Jim. Jim is actually a self-professed songwriter. And in knowing that, you kind of listen in a different way. We've done a review of a set of songs that Jim has sent us that he's done from Nashville with a whole host of local talent from right there in Tennessee. And it's through these key players and musical guest stars that we really hear these songs of Jim's come to life. Now, in a year of doing this show, we've never once seen country music on it. And that's no exception today, but you can hear it. That song is called Tonight, and it's one of the 4 songs that we were sent to check out Jim's music. And it's a great sample, this particular track, of his ability to craft a great song. You all know that country is obviously not my main musical diet, if we haven't had it on the show up until this point. But that certainly doesn't mean I don't respect it, and I can definitely dig on what Jim's doing. Because he is a songwriter, and you can hear it, doesn't matter which track you choose. It can be the opening track, it can be the follow-up, I think it's driving me crazy, it can be this track here again, called Tonight. It doesn't matter. Each and every one has that element of being a big song, and he knows how to construct piece after piece after piece and really put something together that actually contains that passion in the songwriting, and that quality has an ability to translate obviously to other artists. The tracks that I was sent again contain all kinds of guest musicians, and the performances in the songs came out great. Again, country music, I know, not my main thing, but whatever. I actually like this, and there's plenty of reasons why. The production is immaculate, it's great. There'd be no reason to complain about that. It made some solid choices throughout. Each instrument is played flawlessly. The vocal harmonies are great, and lyrically, he offers something different. But each song comes through crystal clear and is absolutely together as one unit. Each one stands alone, each track that I was given, and they all come out, I believe, the way that he intended. So it'll be interesting to see what happens down the line, because again, he's a songwriter, and these songs could be adaptable to any different kind of genre. So will he send them over to a metal band? I don't know. Will he test the waters in the punk group? Maybe not likely, but these certainly could fit the power pop genre. As I mentioned in the review that we just posted at sleepingbagstudios.ca, either Avril or her husband could actually take these songs and do something with it in the pop rock world. Based on what I've heard, there's no reason I can think of that Jim should give these songs up, just let them go. He's doing a great job with them already. They came out great in the recording, and I think each of them should be proud and happy and know that this beard listened all the way through that country music and enjoyed it. What will Jim Vierra do with his music? Where will he go next? That's a good question. And the reason why that's a good question is because a songwriter with talent has limitless options. These songs that I've heard are cut, produced, packaged, and ready to go, and would fit right in today's current country music scene. So for those of you who have waited for it on our show, I mean, you can hear it, right? Check out some well-written country by Jim Vierra. We'll post links for you at the end of the show.
And hold on tight.
Jay, tell me about management. You don't have any, and I don't think you need any. I don't think you even want any when I think about it. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm thinking. I'm surmising. But I want to know from your perspective, when it comes to management in today's world, I don't think that that's something musicians need. And just because you haven't got management now doesn't mean that you haven't had offers in the past, or that they might not still be coming up. So give me an idea, my friend. If the man from the industry came around in his big black limousine, shiny shoes, and suitcase full of cash, what would you say to him?
I wouldn't mind management and label support as long as it enhances what I'm doing at the moment. So I suppose, to answer your question, if the head honcho of a major label or a management is interested about Shmolts, then my answer would be, if, as long as there's no creative compromise to do with Shmolts, and as long as they understand the concept of Shmolts, that I enjoy working with people, and I want the band to evolve, then absolutely I wouldn't mind. But I do this because I enjoy the process of writing and working with people. So even if I didn't get management and label support, I don't mind, because my day job's not that bad.
Bink! I'd like to thank Jay from Shmolts for doing as much as I know he had to do on his end to get all of that arranged with all the other band members. And we'll invite him to take a break right now. And we'll invite Jay and the rest of the UK to take in some good old Canadian talent. This is what Man-Made Lake from Vancouver Island did during their video interview with Sleeping Bag Studios. They not only shot a bizarre, off-the-wall interview that is something I can continually point to this day as an example of how creative you can go with this project. You can do it straight ahead and informative like Jay's done here. You can get crazy with it like Man-Made Lake did. You can do whatever you want, and that's what this project is all about. So have a look at what Man-Made Lake did. This is from the SBS separated video collection celebrating our 1-year anniversary on SBS Live this week. Enjoy.
Jeremy, thank you so much, Jeremy. Sleeping Bag Studios, thank you very much. Sleeping Bag Studios, thank you. That's what my mom said. Didn't feel tired, feel bad. And I want you, I say oh. And I want you, my only love. Thanks, Sleeping Bag.
That was written for you,
That was
Jeremy.
special for you! Special for you, Jeremy. Special
First time ever played it.
for you! Just for you! Just for you! All of you! Just for you! You see that? You see that guitar? It's for you, man! You! These drumsticks! For you! This cymbal! Oh, yeah! Snare drum! You, buddy. Everything for you!
My firstborn child, for you.
For you! For you! My hairdo is for you!
This bass guitar for you.
I did sit-ups last night for you, buddy. My fleece is for you, but not really. I just.
I couldn't believe it when I found out the Shmolts had recorded one of my top 5 absolute favorite Led Zeppelin songs of all time, called Custard Pie. Those that know the song know it's awesome. The thing is not everybody knows that song, but whatever. It's got an undeniable groove, and I thought that you guys kept that original sound to it. You still updated it. You still were able to do your thing on it. And not only did I not hate it, I liked it. But still, when I think about the Led Zeppelin catalog in general, that sucker is huge. And I'm wondering, I guess, how did you come to the agreement on Custard Pie? There's so many different songs out there, and so many different things that you could have chosen. And let's face it, the recording of a cover track is actually pretty rare. Custard Pie is like the epic rad choice of all time. So I want to know how that conclusion was reached.
There's something about Custard Pie that's really awesome. You know, it's one of those Led Zepp songs that's dark and underrated, and not one that usually comes up in the list of Led Zepp covers to be done. In my old band, I used to do Bring It On Home and Black Dog a lot. I love those tracks. But Mo actually suggested that we do Custard Pie, and I was like, alright. Just a point about Custard Pie though. Alessio is Mo's friend. He's the guy who plays drums on that video that you see, and he recorded the drums in Cagliari in Italy, again in very Shmolts style, you know. So the way we went about it is very typical to how we usually record a Shmolt. So yeah, and I think it turned out all right.
Now that is the right place to end the interview, precisely, just as I know Jay would want. Custard Pie is a killer track from Led Zeppelin, and Shmolts do it justice. Incredible justice. Before we run out of time at the end of this episode, I want to of course thank Jay and his band Shmolts for being here with us. I want to thank the Pit, Man-Made Lake, for being here through video, and of course I'd like to thank Jim Vierra for the opportunity to learn about his music and what he does as well. We'll be back again soon with an interview that we shot downtown at the Railway Club and just outside the Railway Club with a local Vancouver Island band, Aztec. So before we end it off, I want to show you a preview of that upcoming interview for the next episode. Now at the beginning of this intro, at the end of the episode, we talked about Custard Pie being the perfect note to end it on. So we're going to do that. We're going to show you that cover of Custard Pie right after a preview of the upcoming interview with Aztec, and we will see you again on SBS Live this week.
Where are we there? There we go. I would suppose the obvious question is, where'd you hide the drummer's body? It's kind of one of those.
It's pretty lanky. It was easy.
It's kind of one of those Spinal Tap situations.
Who would you say is the most suspect around here? Which one of these three, most likely?
This guy.
This guy.
Yeah, I'd say this guy.
Okay.
Maybe him.
Right.
No, but the drummer's under the truck.
Oh!
Check it out.
That's a good stash spot, man. Yeah, look at. Yeah, I don't know.
Look at the truck.
He did. You got him going.
He's not
That's
just
good.
obviously under the truck. He's attached to the suspension. He's up there.
He's giving it the Jason Statham. Nice.
Where is he?
Drop down, baby, let your daddy see. Drop down, mama, baby, just dream of me now. Mama, love me. Ooh, pull around along. Hey, yeah. Well, I made it, I'm crazy. Oh, you should know right from wrong. See me coming from your mind at the door.
stato proprio il finale.